So I guess the moment of truth is upon you guys. You guys are basically neck and neck, West Virginia and TCU, in any numerical categories, statistics, ranks. What are you what are you most looking forward to out of this match? I guess what are you what's keeping you up at night?
Nothing at all. COVID is keeping me up at night. I'll be honest with you. That's about it. It's exciting. It's going to be an incredible soccer match. Like you said, you do some research on TCU and you compare common opponents. Many of the scores are very similar. So it is what it is. Two of the best in our conference competing. And you couldn't ask for a better matchup to end the season.
Joe Percato is next. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Coach. How are you?
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
Good, thanks. Now that we've seen this schedule kind of play out almost all the way through this year, is there any part of you that actually wouldn't mind seeing maybe a split fall and spring schedule in the future? Any conversations with fellow coaches if they have any opinions about that?
The nice part of how the schedule played out was one game a week, right? I still think we could get one game a week if we pushed ourselves back a little bit in August. So I don't necessarily feel that we need a split season just because of geography and cold weather. And, that's going to be kind of tough, in my opinion. And I also think, some of our kids that are taking some labs and tough classes and, we try to push those in the spring to give them a little bit of, time to take care of the school and to be home. Now, do I love the fact that we get to recover and just focus on our development with the one game? Absolutely. But I still think we could get it if we just pushed back, our start of our season a little bit more in maybe the end of July.
Kevin Kinder, go ahead.
Hey, Nikki, does the fact that West Virginia has to win this game to win the title, whereas TCU can play to a draw and win the title, change your approach any, your tactics any?
No, we're going to play to win. We've always played to win. And, I think that we know we got to go in there and win. Maybe TCU is going to change their tactics. But we have to win. So it doesn't change us, but, a tie is not going to be enough. So I guess if, we're in a tying situation, I'll have to make some adjustments and really think about that. But we're always going into every game, wanting to win. But tactically, you're right. What it does change it because the title, it's been said to me Friday will determine the Big 12 champs. So, we're going to have to win the game. So I'm sure there will be some tactics involved.
We'll go back to Sam. Go ahead.
It's been a while since you guys have really faced somebody who's kind of on your level, I guess, for lack of a better phrase. Like Oklahoma State is what I'm thinking of specifically. And that game was dead even until the last 30 seconds. What have you seen change out of your team since that match, and what are you kind of looking forward to improve on for Saturday?
My hope is that we did just that. We've learned from the OSU game moving forward, and every opportunity that we watched film and saw mistakes, but also saw some of our strengths and developed them more, is my hope. My goal as a coach and is to make sure we are playing our best soccer at the end of the year. And, typically it's an NCAA tournament, and this season it's the last Friday night game. But, I feel that if you've watched our team, we've progressed, we've developed, we've gotten a little bit better along the way. Have we played a perfect game? No, but we're always hunting consistency. And, that's just been every day, day in and day out, is just trying to make sure we're consistent in our jobs and everything that each position does.
Next question is from Carly Nevis.
Coach, do you think fitness is a big part of that? Maybe the girls getting their legs under them throughout the season. How much better fitness-wise are you than you were at the beginning of the year? And maybe also since the Oklahoma State game as well.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think we're more game fit. I think, as anyone will tell you, beginning of the season, you don't have your game fitness, but by the end, you're a little more sharp and getting that underneath your wing. So I do believe that we are in a better position when it comes to fitness and just overall understanding of our team. I think I started the conversation with, I know I've not seen Maddie and I didn't see Kays in the game. I don't know what they can do in games. And now we're sitting back going, okay, I've seen, obviously 8 games and now I know what people are capable of. So, and I think the team knows what they're capable of and really understanding each other more.
Back to you, Joe.
Coach, after Friday night, and obviously Friday is the focus first and foremost, but after Friday, and I know there's uncertainty about what the spring will look like, but what can you do with the team? Do you still hold some practices in the fall? Do you let them go? How do you kind of handle the in-between time?
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting balance. We will move into our 8 hours once the season is done. And, there's a lot going on right now with how many days we can train and different things at the compliance level. So, I think everybody needs a little time off, and I think that's going to be important. But I also know that this is a little bit different, and we got to keep that blood flow going. So, we'll probably tone it down a little bit and give them a little bit of time, but then we just have to make sure we're maintaining our foundation.
Go ahead, Carly.
I apologize if you asked something similar in the beginning, but with all the hoops that you had to go through to get this season started, how much more worth it would it make it if you were able to come out of it with the Big 12 title?
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at our schedule and how much travel we had to do this year. And if you want to go tick for tack, it wasn't very fair to West Virginia of what we had to do. So, that, and that it is what it is, right? And, we knew that it was frustrating for us, but at the end of the day, we were just so grateful to play. So when you ask, what did we go through? I think that would look at anybody and be like, wow, look at the travel. Every other week we were traveling, right? But I really give my team a lot of credit that they had a no excuse attitude. They were very thankful for this opportunity to play. So I do think that they're really excited to crown themselves a champion and be in this opportunity because of their hard work and their focus and just different situations, like you said, along the way.
Okay, Sam.
Coach, if I may turn attention to TCU for a second. Collins and Ryan have they solidified themselves as 2 lethal attackers in the Big 12. What challenges are they presenting to you on Friday?
Yeah, I mean, Grace can hit a ball. Collins can hit a ball right, left foot. She could hit it on a dime. She doesn't need a big window. She's a true goal scorer. Ryan does it all. I mean, she's 18 to 18 type player. She sits underneath the front line. She could break you down with a pass. She could break you down with a shot. She's a national team kid. She's elite. She's so I think it's a handful. They don't have 1 or 2 great players. They have a team of them. So we're going to really be tested. And I think going against the third best team in the country. That's the expectation. So we're really looking forward to seeing Grace and to seeing Ryan and just to see how we match up.
Any other questions for Coach today? Go ahead, Sam.
One last one for me, Coach. I've asked about Steffi every single week. We've done one of these. She obviously got Offensive Player of the Week, but I'll ask about somebody else. Enzi, who has been kind of facilitating, and she earned an honor as well from Top Drawer Soccer last week. What kind of value has she brought to your squad this season?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was in the beginning of the year, people were asking me, who have you seen develop? Who have you seen early on? And, Enzi has really made that jump. I call her the Tasmanian Devil. That's a kid that because nobody wants to meet the Tasmanian Devil and get sucked into all that jazz. And that's the handful that Enzi brings. She's a handful for any defender. And, she's getting on every ball. She created the Oklahoma goal for Alina, obviously with Steffi's 2. So you're going to see Enzi really impacting. And the job of a forward is create a shot, finish, and create scoring opportunities. And that's exactly what she's doing.